What's up, drop services? Dylan Sigley here. Today we're going to be getting into a drop servicing question and answer session to get your questions answered. I run multiple drop servicing businesses driving six figures and an education business called the Drop Servicing Blueprint that teaches drop servicing. So today you're going to get the real strategies and tactics working out there right now. Now, before we get into the video, don't forget to like the video before you watch it because it might just lead to world peace. Hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so when I release more drop servicing strategies, tactics, and tutorials, you'll get notified, which means you can watch, learn, and get results for yourself at the end of the day, which is what you want, right? And as we go through the video, make sure to comment below any questions at all, and I'll personally answer your questions in an upcoming video. Also, before we jump into the video, I want to say a massive congratulations to the following Drop Servicing Blueprint students for the results they've achieved. Nice work on this one here. Good things can take time, but once you get the right process down, things start to snowball. If you consistently implement the strategies and tactics, you start to see things compound, especially in recurring services like this one. And so awesome to see the work these students are putting in consistently to get results in their drop servicing businesses, so hopefully that inspires you to do the same. Now let's start answering some questions. The first one here is, hey Dylan, my question is how much should I charge for advertising for e-commerce store? The store has 1.5k visitors daily. Any suggestions? Yes. So you need to first of all figure out the exact package that you're going to be selling, because this will determine how much your team will charge for delivery and how much your competitors would charge for a package. If you decide you're going to sell advertising, this could mean anything. Are you going to sell YouTube, Google, Facebook, LinkedIn advertising all together in a package or individually? It would be pretty expensive all together in a package. So what's going to be included in that package? The copywriting, the ad design, or will the client be providing that? So I can't really tell you what the pricing should be. That's something you need to figure out by creating packages based on what's selling well in the market through your own research. So go out there, do some research, and figure out good packages for your business. The next question here is, I am 15, can I start a drop servicing business? Yes, why not? We have students in the Blueprint as young as 16 smashing it, and they're getting sales. The younger you are, the more time you'll have to learn and start crushing it. If you start learning now, imagine how great you'll be at 20 or whatever it may be, at which point you're still super young. So focus on building the skill, because that's what leads to compound value and your ability to generate consistent revenue. Another question I have here is, hello everyone, what is the fastest way to get clients for free, if I may ask? Well, this question is a little silly, to be honest, and you're new so it's fine, but the fastest way to get clients is to spend money, and to get clients for free, you don't want to spend money. So the two cancel each other out. To get clients for free, it will take more of your time. To get clients fast, it will take more money. I can spend a few $100s on Facebook ads and get a client in a few hours, or I can reach out to clients for free on LinkedIn, but it will take a lot of time. So you have to work out how much time and money you have and how much you're willing to invest in your business. I've seen people with drop servicing businesses where they price their stuff at about $299 to $499. I'd like to ask how people cope with this, because the use of software like Snovio, Woodpecker, LinkedIn, Sales Navigator, and many more is really expensive in their opinion. So how do you manage with $299, $499 sales, especially if you're not getting sales every month? Why wouldn't you be getting sales every month? But let's look at the math here. Let's say our price is $299 and our costs are $99, which means to break even, meaning to not lose or make any money, we would need to get one sale every $200 to cover all of our costs with the price of the sale. It'll give you $1 profit actually, but so if you're using Snovio for $39 for 1,000 credits, Woodpecker for $40, and LinkedIn Sales Navigator for $80, that would be $120. If you got one sale per month from that, you'd make $40 profit, but that's a very low conversion rate, super conservative. You'll likely make a lot more profit than that if you're doing things right. So you can see even at low prices, you can make profits as long as your costs are a low percentage of your prices. That's the important thing, not the price themselves. Also, remember these paid softwares are great for automation, but are not the only method and way of doing things. There are cheaper and more expensive methods than you mentioned. So just choose the right method that works for you. Next one here is best new niche. So not the best niche in general, but it needs to be new in this question, right? I'm going to take that. So I think the best new one out there right right now is chatbots, but there is also stuff coming out like optimizing for voice search, which is super popular. Then you have TikTok advertising, is pretty new. Would be great if you can crack that, and I'd recommend getting into one of those new ones if you want to go for a best new one. A best one would be a different question. Ask that one next time. Next, how do you put a questionnaire on your website so customers can download it after the purchase? So you can do it with a download button, super easy. I'm not sure what platform you use, but search through the platform's knowledge base or Google around and you'll find tutorials on that, or just contact their support team. I've never built websites myself, by the way. I just hire someone to do that stuff for me. I'm really terrible at all the design and technical stuff myself. All I focus on is marketing and sales for the most part. But the next question we have is, what's the best way to get paying clients for high-ticket Facebook advertising agencies? So all of the methods we focus on in the drop servicing blueprint and on this YouTube channel are what I found to be the best. So cold email, cold calling, Instagram outreach, LinkedIn outreach, Facebook page outreach, Facebook advertising, LinkedIn advertising, Google advertising, freelance networks, and the list goes on. I almost ran out of fingers there. Next one is, my website is ready, but I have a problem with Google Ads. I can't run Google Ads. Okay, so that's great. You've finished your website. I'd love to help, but you didn't really answer any question here. This is more of a statement. So if you clarify what the problem is exactly, we can get to you in the next one. We need more questions rather than statements, because statements I could talk for hours and hours about a general statement. We need specific questions so I can actually help you at the end of the day. So next question, is it good to have Instagram or Facebook profile for our drop servicing businesses? Is it good? Yeah, for sure. Do you need it? No. It depends on the method of marketing you're focusing on. If you're focusing on Instagram outreach or Facebook page outreach, then yes, you should have one of those. If you're focusing on Google advertising for marketing, then no, you shouldn't focus on those two things at all. Always match up the digital real estate, e.g. the Instagram page, your website, with the marketing channel you're using, e.g. Instagram outreach, Facebook page outreach. Next, what are the best channels to get leads organically for web design services? The best channels to get organic leads are things like social media, SEO, LinkedIn, and Facebook groups, where you give value, join in, help others, and build connections that lead to attracting clients. On top of that, really powerful organic free marketing platforms like Upwork, Freelancer, Fiverr are great places to get sales for yourself, whether you're a freelancer or a job servicer. Just remember that organic marketing channels are slower methods, but are also very powerful if you can grow them over time, because they're essentially free marketing methods, right? And all you're investing here is your time with them, so they're good to go for. Next question, can you explain the process of hiring and delivering requests to freelancers? Yeah, for sure. So think about it from a perfect point of view. In this utopia, you would start delivering the services yourself as a freelancer, then you would start contracting freelancers to deliver some of the work, then finally you would bring this team in-house, working only for you and your company. Now, I skipped to that first part, and most drop services do, so it's fine, but I mention it because you need to first do your research and get an understanding of the service, the delivery process, who needs the service, why they need it, and get a general idea of what you're going to be selling before you start interviewing freelancers. Then you'll better know what to ask and who to hire. So when talking to freelancers on the platforms like Upwork and Freelancer, you will want to look at their past work, reviews, experience, amount earned, and all of that, but also get on a call with them to get a vibe for who they are and if they're someone that you actually want to work with. Now, the next part is not essential, but can be a really powerful way to help make sure you hire people who are good at what they do, and that's a test task. A task that you give them to see if they're good, communicate well, deliver on time, swift in making changes. Now, most likely, you will build a list of potential freelancers to work with once you get those first sales, and some will drop off, some will stay. You can start off by working with the freelancers directly on the platform itself to have security over your money. Now, then, once you know for sure they're good, you can take them off the platform and in-house working primarily for you over the long term. So it's as simple as hiring and communicating on the freelancing platforms, then later communicating via email or Skype or Trello or Basecamp, whatever you like. So the next question we have here is, can you make a profitable drop servicing business with no investment? Well, time is an investment too, but obviously you're just talking about money here. So yes, for sure, you can start a drop servicing business with no money. For example, starting by getting your first clients on the freelancer platforms, creating an account like LinkedIn, free DuckSoup account, free Gmail account, and contacting companies for free with your offer, and until you get that first sale. In fact, it's obviously going to be profitable if there's no investment, right? So if you spend $0 and then you get your first $1,000 sale, it's going to be profitable from that first sale because you invested $0, which is why I recommend starting with free or cheap methods of marketing to make sure your first sales are profitable and your system is profitable, so that in this example, your $1,000 sale has a revenue of $1,000 with $300 production cost maybe and ends up giving you $700 profit. Next question, I'm from India, can I do it? How long will it take to get my first $1,000? So yes, for sure. I've been getting high paying clients in India for a long time, and we have students in the Drop Servicing Blueprint from India getting sales. So yes, in terms of how long it takes, who knows, right? It might take a week, a month, a year if you do nothing. It all depends on time, money, and energy that you invest into your business in determining how long it takes. I've seen people take a short time and others take a long time based on this. I was somewhere in the middle. It took me a few months from the date of actually starting my first business to get my first sales, working a couple of hours a day in it and investing a couple of $100s a month to give you a general idea. Next question is a common one. Do we need GST for drop servicing? So now and again, I get tax related questions and I need to reveal a secret to you guys right now. I am not a qualified tax accountant in any country in the world, especially not your country most likely, because I'm from New Zealand, not many people from there. So when it comes to tax, do your research. It isn't the most interesting topic in the world, but if you want to manage your money properly, it's worth a few hours to do your research and learn about your tax system. Make sure you're paying your taxes. And in terms of GST, I'm not going to go into the boring details, but basically you need to pay taxes on all the income you earn. It doesn't matter whether it's drop servicing or your normal job. The only difference is you're your own boss, so you need to handle the tax side of things yourself. Always pay your taxes. Also, we had a couple more questions. How much money is needed to start and how much money is needed to start this business from scratch? Is it easy? Well, is it easy? It depends if you like doing it or not. But if you're looking for the easiest thing, I definitely recommend sticking to your day job. Owning a business isn't for you if you want the easy path. It takes the ability to come up with creative solutions to novel problems consistently on a day-to-day basis. Online business is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's about building a real business, and business is not easy, first of all. Second, I basically answered the how much money in question 13, but I also answered that question in previous videos. So you can start with no money, you can start with a lot of money, you can start with no time, you can start with a lot of time. But at the end of the day, you want to invest as many resources as you can in building your business, and you can invest as many resources as you want. It all depends on you, your personal preference and situation. But yes, there are many options for implementing the business model. If you don't have money, invest more time. If you don't have time, invest more money. In the end, it's about your goals. If you actually want to do this, then don't come up with excuses. Consistently take action with what you have. Question number 7, what do you think about copy? Well, this question could have me sitting in a cave thinking about the answer for months, as it's pretty broad. What's the meaning of life? It's basically as broad as that. So I think you mean what are my methods or strategies for copywriting, the best tactics. So I'll definitely make some videos on this topic in the future, but in the end, it all comes down to talking from your target audience's perspective and getting your message across that your solution is the best one to solve their problem right now. Question number 18, is there a way we can send messages to company directors, CEOs on LinkedIn without having to pay? Yes, you can use standard LinkedIn account, connect with others, then send a message once they accept. If you join LinkedIn groups, you can even do this a lot more on top of that. So posting high value content and engaging with the community to give value and build connections that leads to people asking to work with you is the best long-term strategy with the least competition, because frankly, everyone is too lazy to do that. And we had another question. How did your email land in your client's inbox for your 7-day of Facebook agency when it wasn't warmed up? So this is a question about the $12,000 sale I got for a new business in 6 days. If you have a new account, you need to start warming it up before blasting a lot of cold emails to it. But remember, not all of the emails go to spam in the beginning. They go to the inbox because your account starts off with no reputation essentially at all. So from the beginning, you can start using the email account to send under 50 emails a day for the most part to your friends, and then to get it warmed up while you at the same time send offers in a very highly targeted manner. That's important. Next question, what do I actually deliver to my clients? I decided to go with Review Pro as you suggested in the reputation management niche, but it would help a lot if you could tell me what I will give give to the clients because I'm not sure, I can't give them the website or something like that. Do I rewrite in a Word document or something like that? Yeah, so I would recommend definitely PDF or Word document for a presentation or report. All the information I get from the software, or what should I do? So first of all, just in general for all of you, you shouldn't sell anything to anyone until you understand what you're selling. So do in-depth research and make sure you know what you're doing before you try to sell it to somebody else. You need to do your research to figure out how to deliver the service properly, talk to freelancers, talk to competitors, do what they do. But yes, you can produce a document with a report on what you've accomplished and provide that to your clients. Question 21, I started sending cold emails. I used your tips and your template, but how do I make myself look more legitimate? So the main thing here is be legitimate. Don't just copy paste stuff. Create offers customized for specific situations where you actually do your research to come up with solutions to their problem, because you want to become legitimate by actually understanding your service and how it can help them and accurately convey that. It all comes down to the work you put in to creating a good offer, not blasting out random messages to random people. That's the number one thing about cold email to focus on. Question 22, Cartray and ClickFunnels both have payment options only through credit cards. I don't have a credit card. Can you please suggest some different platform where I can funnel my sales through? So not having a credit card isn't ideal. I definitely get one if possible, but you don't need to receive payments via credit card. You also have options such as bank transfer, wire transfer, international money transfer from bank to bank. It's actually just as common as credit card in business to business settings, where you send an invoice to them and they pay the invoice. They send it through their accounting department to pay the invoice, and they send it from their bank account to your bank account. So that's the video, drop services. Hopefully today you learned something you can actually implement in your business. And once again, like, subscribe, notification bell, and comment below any questions you have so I can cover them in an upcoming video. If you want to learn more about starting a real online drop servicing business and you haven't yet, click the link below this video to watch the free 3-hour training on the 3-step process we use to build a new online business and make $12,000 in 6 days. Otherwise, I'll talk to you in the next video.